Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Dr. Upton and the rest of our panel, thank you very much for joining us today to discuss issues facing Native veterans. As a senator from Hawaii, I am very disappointed, Dr. Upton, that your testimony neglected to mention Native Hawaiian veterans. As you know, like other Native communities, Native Hawaiians serve in our military at disproportionately higher rates. I know the VA understands the importance of ensuring Native Hawaiian veterans are treated with the same concern as American Indians and Alaska Native veterans, especially following the Secretary's recent visit to our state in October for a field hearing. But it is critical, given the historical lack of parity Native Hawaiians have received from the VA, that Native Hawaiian veterans are always included in our language and our policies. Would you be willing to correct the record to include Native Hawaiians in your testimony and to show how you are engaging with Native Hawaiians as part of the Native American veteran community?
Thank you, Senator, and I appreciate the acknowledgement of our Native Hawaiians who are so important in our veteran population. As noted in our testimony, they are an important part of our Tribal Advisory Committee, and I really appreciate that voice being
Yes.
on the group that advises our Secretary. In talking with our region of VAs that works very closely with the team in Hawaii, I know that they are taking the work with our Native veterans very seriously, working on efforts with the University of Hawaii, as well as other outreach to the population there. We certainly welcome the impact and input on how to do better and to continue those partnerships.
My main point is that Native Hawaiian should never be deemed an afterthought, and that when we talk about focusing on programs that support Native communities or Native veterans, that would be three large groups of Native peoples, and you know who they are. So I'm asking that we need to always include Native Hawaiians when we start talking about all the things that we're doing. I am aware that there are specific programs that support Native Hawaiians. So like other Native communities, Native Hawaiian veterans have long experienced significantly more challenges in accessing resources, an issue that former Chairman Akaka, Senator Dan Akaka from Hawaii, who chaired this committee, fought to fix for years, and one that I am committed to as well. VA's own 2021 National Veteran Health Equity Report Chartbook on Native Hawaiians and other Pacific Islander veterans reported that Native Hawaiian veterans often expressed more issues with care as compared to white veterans. It is clear that the VA needs to increase its understanding of Native Hawaiian culture, outreach to Native Hawaiian community, and build ties with organizations trusted by the community to ensure Native Hawaiian veterans receive the care they deserve. And I greatly appreciate a VA's partnership on issues important to veterans in Hawaii. We have a lot of veterans in Hawaii. A big group of them are Native Hawaiians, including, of course, as I mentioned, Secretary McDonald's visit to Hawaii early this year. But it is clear that the VA still has serious work to do to better support Native Hawaiian veterans, and I hope that we can continue working together to ensure Native Hawaiian veterans are getting the care and benefits they earned through their service to our country. And this really requires, in many cases, very different ways of outreach to this community. It requires understanding of the Native Hawaiian veteran community. So I realize you do have a person who sits on your advisory group, and I will be talking with him as to what more support we can provide. I have a question about homelessness in the time I have left. The homelessness among veterans is a huge issue for the VA, and at one point, one of our secretaries said that eliminating homelessness among veterans was his top priority. Clearly, that is still an issue. So we're talking about the 2022 point in time count showed that Native Hawaiians or other Pacific Islander veterans make up the second largest share of homeless veterans on islands, and that veterans overall had twice as many health conditions as compared to the broader population included in the PIT count. In your testimony, you mentioned VA's toolkit to provide, and I quote, background, planning, resources, and programmatic options for organizations interested in finding solutions for homelessness among Native veterans, and this tool does not, again, mention Native Hawaiian veterans at all. Does VA have any strategies that specifically address Native Hawaiian veterans experiencing homelessness? And if so, do these strategies integrate Native Hawaiian cultural practices and norms?
Thank you, Senator, and please know I take all of that feedback very seriously. I do not know offhand about specific programs impacting homelessness for Native Hawaiians, but I will absolutely take that for the record, and we will follow up with you.
Thank you. So homelessness, as well as so many other health issues, including mental health issues and suicides, the Native Hawaiian veteran group experience much higher rates than in the larger population. So, Mr. Chairman, thank you for your indulgence. I'm a little bit over time, but clearly we have work to do. Thank you.